mwancho morigereri bw'ensoko TV na gukwanire kuranda onsi asore asobot kubwa bono ritukerigaria omwero citariki 30 mutinyu kiando mwaka w'echilifu 2025 ngukwarigania toyanyore Amayia asinchira y'obwekereri Chinsa Isato chia bono botuko boigo na bukubwatia gwetera asinchira y'omutandao o Facebook na boigo asensemeria ya YouTube ensoko TV karanso ikereteriane Ishmael Mogere. Asomo chakano egetabo gya agenda ime county ya Nyamira kubwatarana ne kiombe getari gya serikali gya International Solidarity Foundation nigo gya semerie ebitabo bikurwa bokoreri ase kisegi chegenka chinchira chogokeya ogo kuborwa gose trauma ekero bakwanira amaonchererio county ya Nyamira nigekagere koba ne kisegi chegenka se birengo bya 55 ekere sublocation ya Nyamira ya Nyamira North etangaine ase ensemeyo Steven Nyarikembunde na roboti ruo asinchira y'obwikiranu.
Egetabo ya Chinsa ase county ya Nyamira nze yo waziri Haris Manoti niga seritko rero kubwatsana ne kiombe getari ya serikali ya International Solidarity Foundation watwarege karo kyo basomya babwatani anemono korwa chi sector chiriya chikonyara kumurekera amangana yo kurigera ya chisegine chibura buru chegenga kwene kingango kyana nibare amangana yo kubura asinjira ye kenyandanzo butroma
Asamarieta Njere Chokongo, County Director, Gender and Social Services, Nyamira County, as a department ya Gender, Youth, Sports, Culture and Social Services. Asirit Koriarero, itariki 30 cy'umutinyu kianda mwaka 2025. Nigo twabwate omoroberi obogukwanira abo bisabaria bakwandura mangana gender based violence yani chiburuburu ao ase tokobwaterana nekeombekia Muungano Gender Forum, ISF, International Solidarity Foundation, ne Department ya Gender, Youth, Sports, Culture and Social Services, ase serikali ya Nyamira. Litukoria rero nigo twarenge gukwanira abo bisabaria bakwandro amangana y'echibura buru richiabeire ase chi station ao kuna police station Nyagetari Gender Department usechi kanisa ao
Ege tangani kabisa togote una trauma informed care trauma ne kero monta ko boyiru ko sa akirwe ngendo kyabwa ne to ko tangani kegima twatebi ubuna ekaro ryo muntu wakirwe woiko bwerengereria ibyo ko monyene litangani utarachi ko konyo umuntu uria wakirwe na bwate chimba
na ende no ena ibyo ko monyene goikabwe jari while you are helping others emotionally, psychologically, mentally kiagera naende goika we enambe ntangani gose the first priority
none kero muntu asiriwe enjere ritokwanda twasoma ebifunge binge bibungo biri mbiri ko mokonya in fact yake bungo rakwana nekemo harafu ogefafanwe after which abantu abekera bagwenire umanye gote kubairanira ngora
bagukwana somo buganio yo moime yo mocho Nyamira nigo abagwakirisha abo bene banyareko bakwerana ubuyambororo wokwene kina gusi nkorigereri were chinjera chindonge cyo konyara gokyanania ne chinjera cyo goseme igoro yo kubora
roughly gender based violence na watorande 65% to reduce yake lakini tari mono munabono Nyamira North netangaine asensema ye chibura buru gose gender based violence na hande toko tema kotebya abantu ba mintunga ekero munabono umwana omoiseke atibongirwe tago sibi umwana uria moire bunare igari Nyagetari arapimwa arachekiwa amanyeko akoro na matibabu mwende police mumanya gocha kona gotebya abantu bande takura amenyoka uchiandons
nari kubatebina nonye no muntu ekera asiriri we omwabo omwana ekera nyoriro obokongu yo mwaba asirire ngitobwenete ko mokorera toiko omwana oriange tomukwanire
nigo bono kobomo banyareko bakweranga nere buya chinjira chindonge chirigigwe cyo kwene kyanga obuyambororo gukwenekio gusirana se bitabene irio kwenekiana kunyara ko bale bagosuka bosio kobomo
emi muna ekero omonto ebura buru yabeire ao karaminyoka nyagetari
yo ekaroririe ayebwie ko monyene ori traumatized gose naye kwararekanire kwa koboirwe igoto bwenete kubaikange naye bwie charie
Steven Nyarike Mbonde Ensoko TV county ya Nyamira
Gosko mutwe amate ya mukuru ekenyoro kia butira ebunge ya bomachoge chache niko yasabiro bwene bu mwana obo aserieta Violet Nyabicha ukonyoro kuliro mutinyo yo mubwoka kurwa asoa ase University ya Rongo oyibono kagere kwerusia obomoyo asokonywe sumo ase etaramanyikana buya ekererete nyagosira kwimukige tamukero ekyo umurike ito Dominic Onderi na roboti oru asenchira yobwagare
ekero naranga tari gutyokerio go ngamubambori omonu ngasigikia mate ngatiokerera gocha chimioro inyugu mwana one ngotiokarerio mwana one tari gutiokerio
mutienyi no yo mobono kurwa omorokiwa Violet Nyabicha arua senka yabo asebono abibori amone amatiae yago getkonyora oborabwa senka yabo maiga yo mwana obo gosoa ase University ya Rongo iliache kobakonya aya onsi tacheti gwikirana magaye ya mate konyora oroboti gorego sira ko mwana obo asekerie gotebekana buna nigo anywete esumu nigo twakore sabari itogoika enka yabo mwana Violet gotoka ekinyoro kia botire bunge ya machoge chache county ya Kisii ase amatiae atatebia yaiga
ngo iwe simie kobo ngomatebe gontaburo ngomatenge kamusukuma ngomatenge simie igocha Violet gachata batwa mwende yansi okure twombekire mocha ngachaka gukura rio
na bakure tunende tukamyoka gochaga tukanyorega tukamyoka mbaka bwa so mwana ale university yakena watu anyorete no siriri
amateye eyatemete komanya gosenekene omwana obaniganywe sumu korende tibanyora machima ya ayibono bachite konyora ekere omobero nyagosira obaretwe
ugaiko mwana ange getege tangani twamukonete twanyota kendete ebigoti byomire magora akokeni omobero mogimo alafu nchomo nyene ni soeta paka ankamuikanga nkamutiokera tari gotioka lyo nkamubambulio mun tari gotioka lyo ngata magonjo gumonjo no mwere ngase naragire asita yake tukarota kabuli wajimani ngakibono mwana yaika mwana garetwa lakini ekere nkumurigereri muna ese mike wajimani mwana oyo yogeri mogo mu atwire ngana nywete lyo lyo tari mwana onywete lyo ago process yo gara yo ko gara postmortem tukana pakanya gitari ya umoja mwana akaja kubaru kono mwana muna kubarwa yabaruga eliogo ligatuboka ligachaka gutio kero muntu kujisiga eliogo lyatio bono tukarosa kurwabu tugasoka ichi
nigo totema kumanya gose amakwiria ni gabete okoba yobwanchani una ekageire korende nigo mamo mwa Violet nyagosira atatebia yaiga
yate reportinga umwana oyone nigabwata umusani oyu nigabwata umwese kondo kurumate ngumwese koyo ngona kumutianira arenge nje natebire stage yeyu ngwere umuntu ngwetare korende umwana oyone nimumanyete
enyombe esiekire kebuli nkungu onkeyo ali polisi tugasaba osikali nga tuange sakale eyu torore nkialigete basikali batotebetinga aya muna iso omwana sakale etori koewa esakale sakale talibere esakale ya monesi mie yo omwana na bitogotumeka bakoro chungusi inugenda robelie merobeli mokorepi esakale egocha gocha maye
amatenya gosira Violet yo yasabira bakonyi bwabene kubwatakana no gutanyara kuri asomo cyoyo elyo banyare kubanga esabali yo mwelyo ya nyagosira
baki ne amate yasemba bakonyi ani goturi amazana senye njo mwana kuno muiboli gutwaro ro gosemeria sumwana na andi ni gotubwata abana ba tukubeka gosemeria gujase bara tukwechanda tukuria nari egere tonyore nga twaba bikira chinjira chingia egere bacha gwekonya ne tuna abaibuli tonyora gukonya kurasi bara
akira bono amatenya gosira Violet yachakire mebango yo komoreta na komaniga asenka yabo nigi amatenya ko bakigosaba abanyanyimbo banyakaba bakora obutuki babasenchira bwango eriko manyangi kelio mwana wabali gitasiri sakariri kiretere ko Rusia obugima asenchire kagire ngani ganywete esumu korpote serikali namba mogia Nsoko TV kuruga sekenyo kia botira ikotoka gaiga ase bunge ya machoge chache county ya Kisii Lieutenant Dominic Onderi Nyabuto.
Chingaki umuruberio bwokubarikia bakichikura imiyense oswaritko lya kabira rero nigenda mbenke yabasaye yarorekanire gwesokia kwerikia buna abakichikura ase bituo bye chibunge au imiyense ya Kenya. Umwe MCA bwe ward ya Marani Dennis Ombachi amona Thomas obare kurwe ward ya basi bwitangare nigo basabira basaye gwesokia asobonge na kwerikia buna bakichikura erikweneke buna nko bakira bare ekura abarayi barabakonye chingaketura chigutwara obochori obonene bwo mwaka w'echilifu 2022.
Is Obare Thomas, MCA for Bobasi Boitangare in Bobasi constituency, Kisii County. I want to appreciate the work that is being done by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. They started the voter registration, continuous voter registration exercise yesterday. But I want to speak to the young people who have had serious issues on governance that from what we've seen, from the figures we are seeing from the registration centers at the constituency level, there's a very low turnout of voters, young voters to be registered. I want to ask the young people who believe that they have a place to or a role to change our country, that they should come out in large numbers and register themselves so that they can be able to vote in 2027. There have been questions on whether the young vote will change the political dimensions of this country. I believe that the young people have a voice. Looking on what is happening through the internet, through TikTok, through Facebook, through WhatsApp, the young people of this country have resolved that they have to change the governance of the country. But they can only do that if they register as voters. That is why I take this opportunity to ask all young people in this country to come out in large numbers and register as voters so that we can be able to change our country.
First of all, I want to thank IEBC for the reconstitution, and now the new chairman is up and running. So I want to take this opportunity to urge all people who have not taken votes to go and register, because it's through the registration that you can determine the leadership you want or you don't want. And a lot of noise that we hear can only be determined if we take votes to go and vote.
Magega yeriberera rya gisiasa kugenderera kwendekiwa imiyense ya Kenya chingaki abarayi bakwamerera serikali bakorogwo n'umurayi w'ikiama gya DCP Rigathi Gachagua kumutwe isiko aserumbe yabo musike Dr. Fred Matiang'i abwase egati abarayi batebiro musike Matiang'i na Gachagua n'iki project cy'umurayi wense musike Dr. William Samuel Ruto ndigegati yabamenye kurwaso mu cyobo songo besokire na kwamereria enganeye na gotebabuna Matiang'i nigo aitenerete tari project y'umurayi wense asebono balireira yogucheko musira erio achikora omwaka w'echilifu 2022.
Gachagua thako project ya Ruto asengenjo na muruseti asobogambe na kuruga abo njera teyo Gachagua arabama na Ruto kwanza banda batoiso kubwati none karato kubwati side ene totenga banda abara banairot Gachagua igaro mopantu togo kubwati banda mbako bam asense moya nete konyare kana Matiang'i na bwate right yoko endase Uhuru because Uhuru omonyene nero mokine tikisiasa te konyare kana Matiang'i abe te konyare kana Matiang'i project ya Uhuru ekara twaligeretio Uhuru oborai bwayo bwarengo buya ekara korwo bwayo buya ona yaikire ngaki Matiang'i abwaneta ko omogambi oyo amaseseni aya igakorwase omogambi omokoro yokorokwa
ya president ya William Ruto nga yakoruzi chibesa agwetana na Kenya ngima naende igarueta poor family. Gachagua should come clean as aruse tichibesa chiae. Gachagua tanya kwa taraba politics for many years go say in government. Ekera rengo mo DC gabute tuegasi. Igo tabuati besa chinde chionsi, usitabuati kende gionsi ara oro kiomo Kenya, buna na nyare wetenenere bweka kisiasa abori obo president bwense.
Matiang'i okoreira ba Kenya egasibuya aba Matiang'i omanyikanire Kenya ngima igoro yobokori bwa yegasi ntwo muraito manyete omorai Matiang'i nero goba president ase Kenya na monto tayo orachi kumurusia ororo ebisaku byonsi bya mwanchire
Matiang'i nyendira chagete mapema tware koma mapema lakini Matiang'i oragambire so obo CS na ndo tokonyire ntwe otorokererie njira tware gokora buno abagusi lakini ase Kenya ngima ne miaka yonsi pikenya yeiteye gochakere tochakere Kenyatta monto narugambire miaka 5 gaki aya no monto ikaransire nanda bakabata iboronge gaseke Swahili inga onye kinko baita kinde isiko bone kerene nyumba nali mura matego cha kongoyi ali murangi yore bono nali abaligerere chako bata binu kanya gwako mupira mo gwakira amagoro afungire okoboko boni gatoko na gwaka chikura to gwake Matiang'i is my brother ni mwanjete iko bono buna kashagwa ere tikabe project imbi yale lakini na chameru ngota kobali swallowed
Mancho murigelia negative birengelio ni bya manya cross mucho yobosungu hanamuna kubwatikana nengane ko yendera gukoneka yage siasa na omuske Dr. Fred Matiang'i ni gare project umraibwensu muskuri amruto nanyana babangi ni banya kubago tukuterare chingu mecha sibona batebre nigo Dr. Fred Matiang'i atabi project umraibwense naigo nigo bono badire ire ukwenekinga bachukunya kabako musira asobraibwense umwaka bw'ikirubere ne 2025 nebere Roiga asubo watagatu mu cyobo songo ko reporter ya Ensoko TV nchini ngoro ko Pethuel Machin Gosko mutwe abaonchireri imiye county ya Nyamira nigo babalira sara enene magiga yekyombe gy'ekipara n'ikinyumba gya KHNA gutagura ebibanda bire angena bara eri kugaliya ebara ya Konate Miruka bagukwara bene nigo batebirenga nigo baetwe roboti rogotagura ebibanda ebyo asengaki eganeirwe KNHA nigo yagenderere gutagura ebibanda kurwa ensemo ya ikonge guchya kisi unenchireyemo yokugaliya ebara eyo
abantu bagwata kironi nebona simoloje yagete itongola turi namoina mwato kunde ese kale moro de potoma nero potoma na ndonyo mwamwire gutagure para mutari konye be kalende once and for all webe moto tagoja gokoira na wabwatire kwa mukorio boroni boy kutoja kwa kwerwanderera na ndi mwato tagoja mama mboga bono igalero no nyumba mole kutukai
Amayia danguru kudifuna mbanyangi mu biashara ku stage twatagura ibintu impatwete notsi kironi otobogolete ngitowaka n'ibiyombe abawoja batutagura bagenda bono ngitowaka na kironi national government tokonye gaki
Asa yabwatikaine n'oburemi abaremi bekemerige chaye nigo basabire gotwereria chinkoro chabo nonye nekero banyorete chibonasi chinke gukwana n'Ensoko TV nigo Thaddeus Matara oyore mo director se factory ya Nyankoba abasabire boigo guseni gasabira barasiasa gutiga abamanyi bechaye gukwanira amangana abwatikaine n'oburemi bwechaye
igo musaba abalemi baitu bagusi bana ba Kenya ngaya mane chaye tigatunyaire ngora nane ndoko weka siasa market chicha umete bantu bamanyete all over the world ekero one factory X igo buyers bamanyire bamanye mchano nero as management mchano nero as governance igo nana barati ko olicha yao ko ya siasa ngoja to reduce twende shambani na politicians keep off ikichemeleke tu aidha basongo keep off bakonya kukwana mangana mutamanyete iga bantu bali bataalamu bakwane ko yecha kiramba ma think igendere lakini mana karo nyo mos muna siasa ale chiro agale kusina matanga umanya kukwane ndata manyeti itoko soka sana bwana ntoa manyeti iga ba politicians keep off tiga oburai tutwara oburai kuri right kurwase mugondo abalimi mugondo no kunyeburugira no kubika fertilizer no gotora no black as buying center committees abantu balende chayo ya bako nyabando ego ke factory be process ne when the right standards na marketing bako legasi yabo hii chai iko na faida na itasaidia sisi neto konye lakini mwana gara konyo mundala matangi genda kwa ne chai utigire ikawa bona yajakire gocha ko bantu batogore
abarai byebyombe byabakora emirimo ase sekta y'obochenu nigo basokire na komochia serikali chichi county asogosinywa gwikirania ukuigwana baigwananete gwetera ese ibabe getene kyombe gyokubaka na engeria gukwara emyomo cho Nairobi abarai yabwo nigo boigo baragire serikali icho ekiagira ase omugiro bwa abanyagitari ogenderete image county au anene area ya Kiambu ase bono baruro kuboria onye serikali chichi county chiasinyure kura sekta y'obochenu bayirani guchia ase serikali enene nigo bono bagosereire guchia gukora omugiro mwemeremo onye ekerero kiabo tikiri guchia gotegererwa asa matuko 52 are bosio.
Industry has done its bit, and we must thank CS Duale and his PSs, PS Modoni and Oluga, because as far as the UHC, the Global Fund, and the CHAP are concerned, they have met the end of the bargain. Also as concerns the review of the salaries for health workers as per the SRC circular, that has been done. But the counties have continued to delay this, and especially talking about Kiambu County. You know, as I stand here, myself, I'm lost. I remember some times back in some of the media stations, I have appeared in some of the panel discussions with the governor of Kiambu. And we used to discuss governance matters. And it was very hard on the governors then and how they were treating their workers then. He has even gone ahead to stop all union deductions and continues to threaten the workers that they must come out of the unions if they want to continue working for Kiambu County. Going forward, if these issues are not going to be addressed within the next 7 days, as the caucus, we have made a resolution that we shall be giving a program of joint action that are going to culminate in a joint nationwide strike for all.
Asense moyende ekiombe gyokurwanirira obwene bwa mwanya bantu gya Kenya National Commission on Human Rights nigo gyachakirie richiko erio riguchia kurwanirira obokomwa bantu bakurwanirira obwene bwa mwanya bantu bagwetera gukwana imyomuchie o Nairobi ekiombe kyo nigo gyatebire marangi cha mate cha abayegereria abo bwa mwanya bantu nigo chikwenyora sakongo aseboigo abasubati abari bakwegerera obwene bwa mwanya bantu bakonererwa na kubakwa amarieta yechingencho au
freedom of opinion and expression, looking at some of those bottlenecks and obstacles that have been placed before the human rights defenders and how do we deal with them. Freedom of association and assembly, there are times when they have been denied registration, for instance. So how do we deal with such? Their participation in public affairs without any discrimination. And again, we noted even in the counties, some county governments, when they know that you are a human rights defender and you have come to raise some issues as a Kenyan citizen in that particular county, there is a negative connotation given to those human rights defenders. And sometimes they are even denied, access to such kind of public participation. And of course, liberty and security of the person is very key. And as you saw from the report, the number that were killed, HRDs killed over this period, there were 8 of them. So why should we lose lives of people who are raising issues? HRDs on land matters, which are very sensitive in this country, and ignore it. They bear the brunt of the reactions from various duty bearers. And so we lost 8 HRDs during the reporting period of 2020 to 2022, which shouldn't have actually happened, and that compromises the right to life as well. We needed to establish a framework where the sharing of data, very confidential data, would be guaranteed, so that if civil society organizations have collected data, very sensitive data, how do we ensure that is protected beyond the law that we already have in place? So those are some of the frameworks that needed to be put in place so that then the multi-agency institutions could share that very confidential information without compromising the security of the individuals that are mentioned, for example, in the data.
Ayo na Amayia ye Chinsa Isato chaborobotko bunogendrete ko yanyora kurando cia sore asobotko bwa bono iga tokogenda chiduka ke guseni gotugusiumire chiduka ke igo ningirane na yanda mbange toska kuruase TV yago.
Eye Nensoko TV Oboroso Bumugusi Ine Nuganete betri oratumia segari yao Ebetri uguchachirimo ugakueba Ebetri ulegene chinga kichonsi Ebenga kieriberera Wosenga kiyobokendu Tawe chanika Autobat Kenya Limited No tulegigiga Asingin chao Nigo tokorosia na koni chipetiri uratumia singa kichonsi chipetiri uratumie asegari enke ebasi no nyaneli kurukuru.
Tunapofitia pale kwa gari yako tutahakikisha tumeweka na tumekupimia charging system ya gari na pia tumekupimia battery na kila kitu itakuwa iko sawa.
Alright. Sasa na ikileta shida kabla hii warranty ishe itakuwa namna gani?
Ikikusumbua kabla ya warranty utakuja alafu tukishaiangalia tutakupatia battery ya kushikilia tukiendelea kuangalia yako.
Talia yoka ne battery yechinguru.
Battery ya Autobat ni battery ambayo ni spill proof. Kumaanisha hiyo battery haimwagi acid ile ambayo iko ndani. Hiyo battery imetengenezwa na calcium. Kama vile tunajua calcium hainanga water loss. Kumaanisha sasa hiyo battery hakuna wakati ambayo inakauka hiyo acid.
Asamange twakirisimi namba 0739 697855.
Kwa wale watu wa kuja mstatiwa, wachana na battery kama hizi. Tumia Autobat. Battery ni Autobat.
Nuganetiko korubwa gachoba nene gusoboke. Ovik hardware ntubwate byonse biryoganetie asobwa gachibwao. Gochakere byoboroso wikebye kirama. Nkoni tole chichuma nemesumari. Amabati chisimiti kwane kyoganetie ntubwate. Nigotoko n'ibintu byobya bwekerengo cheguru aserigo lyora ikerie. Nigotogotoke nsemo ya tente umuchunyamira. Samange twakerisi migwetire namba 0714213424.
Asamaria tankoro kwalis bosibori. Iga no viki hardware ego tukare gatente. Uko bari kan mwensi asamagoria venisi.
Nuganite skuru asomwana arakora ibya asamasomo nechikosori tegerera bono St George's Nyamira Academy nere skuru yao emerulito nige kogenda namaganio a CBE nguruturo bosombi uburaro nabuigo niki laboratory n'ebirasi bito n'ebyekerero nigo tugutuka Nyamira County.
Nje Daktari Stanislaus Misati, nje director ya St. George's Nyamira Academy. Saba ibuli nko bakarambya mwana saba no mu no turetera ande ko basaba mo vendera turetera abana kyagare school ye buyere tubate laboratory tubate computer sciences library full computer library na environment ya school ba igana berengia asaba na baito bagoso
Asamange twakirisimia sinamba 0722 734583. St. George's Nyamira Academy. Strive to succeed.
Nogani tisemi chebikoro elikogenda nokugani gwechiro. Riatirimba Technical and Vocation College no turaiga asingenjo yao. Nigo tukurwa chikosi cha hairdressing, mechanics, tailoring, welding and fabrication egatio chinde. Abaruki wabaito nkonyora baro bakonyi wa masomo wetere njira ya help. Nechikosi chito nigo chiwire uchasonde bwensi. Nigo tugutuka asama tabekani ya geteri ensemo ya Kesu Kisi County. Asamange tuhakirisimi asenaba 0757331085. Kusitulikere email liatirimba tvc2020@gmail.com.
Samalieta ngoro kwa Jackson Omae, Yondo mwalimu Mokonyi, deputy principal at a college ya Liatirimba.
By name, I'm Joseph Kawal, the principal of Liatirimba Technical and Vocational College. Liatirimba is a technical college that welcomes everybody who is interested in taking technical courses.
Liatirimba Technical and Vocational College, scaling the heights of technology.
Eye Nensoko TV. Uboroso bumugusi.
Karibu na inde tukaendelea kwenyora Amayia ye Chinsa tasenchira yobwikiranu. Serikali ya Kenya insi yoburaibu Daktari William Samuel Ruto nigagendera tukutingia obokorari ase chisemi gukwano muraibu ense chingaki aikirana ase University ya Uma nigaerera amakongu ye chi University chabere chigwetera naboigo bune serikali ya kisirire asogokinia chibesa cheri kabeso naboigo wakanira aborokiwa enibo as University chabantu nyene.
Kenya has made enormous strides in expanding access to higher education. Today, our country boasts 80 chartered universities, 30 of which are privately owned, and one of them being this great Uma University. Nearly 150,000 students are enrolled in private universities, representing about 23% of the entire university population. This underlines the critical role that private universities continue to play in complementing government efforts in education. Over the past 3 years, we have been compelled to undertake bold and far-reaching reforms to safeguard the sustainability of our universities and higher education in general. Not long ago, the subsector was in a serious crisis, with 23 out of the 40 public universities sinking into technical insolvency, threatening not only their stability, but also the future of thousands of students. We had a system that I had to take the decision to stop, of sending students to private universities when we didn't have the money to pay for them. And we accumulated debts in our public and private universities to the tune of 120 billion. Just imagine. And it sunk many universities.
Usikamutwe waziri wa wachenu Ade Ndwale ni gaereire mirobirio serikali ya bekire erigotinyo bokorerie ase sekta yobochenu gukwana niga aenikire buna gesa umurobirio yo chakiwa kwomo gusumurobirio osha nigo umubaro w'abantu okinire abuo banyorire obokoreri asinyagitari nonya nabo nigo aerero buya bwasha korenganiwa n'umurobirio mukoro wo NHIF.
Today, in 9 months since SHA was formed, Your Excellency, 17.5 million Kenyans visited health facilities. Over 10,000 health facilities. Of these 17.5, 12.5 million Kenyans accessed free primary care paid by the government of Kenya. They went to dispensaries, they went to health centers, they went to sub-county hospitals as outpatients, they went home without paying a coin. I don't know whether that is transformative or that is reducing the gains somebody else has made. Your Excellency, the other 5 million went through Social Health Insurance Fund by accessing specialized care in our level 4, level 5, and level 6. In 9 months, under SHA, we mobilized 70 billion Kenya shillings. 3 times or 4 times what NHIF could mobilize in many years.
Chingaki echo boigo omugabara bwe county ya Kajiado Joseph Olelenko nigo airo koboko serikali kubwatikana no murobirio bwagachiwe chinyomba cherigorire inse gukwana nigo aenekia guseniga aenekia buna murobirio yo oikiranira se abange barakonyeke na gukora ubonchireria no nyarabo nigo airaniria mbuyemono guchia sumurai bwense asokoreta umurobirio onga bunoyo.
Our markets, 15 of them are coming to fruition. Our affordable housing are at an advanced stage. And we are soon going to have our people do their trading in urban centers in decent spaces, as opposed to where before people will go to those markets with gumboots. We want to thank you, Mr. President, for that transformation agenda. We support the agenda. We are proud as Kenyans to see the most vulnerable members of our society receiving your support through the affordable housing program, Mr. President.
Gwekera bwo mwancho morirari oinoro mwerio bwa Amayia ye Chinsa Isato asenchira yo gwekera no boigo yandira kubwate mirobirinde yatigirase obotuko bwabano ankyo guchakira Chinsa 12 cheke mambi no chikomera na amona Innocent Onyango amona Diana Ndemo ime yo murobiri bwensoko bwakire asegati abarito batana na barabwo ngamo na Felista Kabedi director Zack amona Brian Achake rikwene chibicha neriogi gwekera bire asobotuko bwa bono retariane Ishmael Mogere na kuganerie obotuko boro obotoereru.